I gotta make a very important video here. Okay? Vera. Vera. I gotta make a very important video. Ay, ay, ay. Come on. Go do what you gotta do. Bye. Okay? All right, let's get to this. Yo. I was gonna leave, but I can't leave. First and foremost, I like to thank everyone that's been following me and watching this. I'm actually making this live stream because a lot of people were, I don't know, I don't want to say the word, I don't want to describe this. A lot of people lost a lot of money this week and had some really bad intentions on how they trade for this week. And I want you guys to understand, I'm going to go through every single thing that I wrote here on the video description. If you look at the video description here, I'm going to go talk about the number one thing is basically you have to define your own trading plan. You got to have some sort of plan of action. And I can't stress it enough. People are just trying to trade on the hour, every minute, every second. Whenever they see, they think they're going to catch pips, or whenever they see the trend, or whenever they see this or that. It's cool. Yes, you'll probably catch the amount of pips that you need, but let's focus on a financial goal here. You know, I'm not trying to flip an account. I'm not even talking about flipping an account. Yes, it's awesome to flip an account, but let's stay consistent here. Consistency in anything in life is very important, whether it's a relationship, your business, your school, or your job. It revolves in all aspects of life. And for Forex trading, I said this in the beginning. If you don't want to make this as a career or a profession, then you're doing it on the side, right? You're doing it on the side part-time. And I don't know how dedicated you are in doing this. I don't know how much more consistent you want to be. Or are you just trying to make a lot of money and then just dip out? So that's why I said you need to define your own trading plan. Some of you that lost money this week, I really need to take a look at and see how you guys trade, like live trades. I'm not talking about you on the demo call. I want to see how you trade live. And a lot of people have messaged me about that issue. I want to be able to take care of that issue over the weekend. I'll be free all weekend. You just got to message me. We can talk about your live trades for this past week, and we can reverse the course, and we can make something better out of that. You know, like I said, I can complain about what happened. What is it? Not last night, but the other night. The other night that the internet service provider went out, I lost $400. Yeah, I complained for like almost an hour with them, but that doesn't pay my bills. That doesn't make me a better man, and that doesn't make anything else even better. You know, yes, it's okay. Like I said, it's okay to cry. It's okay to complain. It's okay to feel sad. It's okay to let the emotions get the best of you for, maybe an hour or two. But after that, you have to know how to move on. You have to know how to move on. If you don't know how to move on from that, then you're still suffering from what happened in the past. So I can't stress it enough for you to actually reevaluate your own way of trading. And yes, it's cool to watch me trade and copy what I do. It's awesome. But at the end of the day, we're all different. We're all different people. We all learn differently. We all see different values, and we all value something different from other people. And our experience is different. And so I want to simplify. I will try and simplify as much as possible. And this will probably be the longest live stream for education. And I wrote down, like, I don't know, I'm gonna go like 10 steps, whatever, 10 things I wrote down here I want to talk about. Because number one is you got to have some sort of plan when it comes to trading. You have no plan in trading, then basically you're just trying to trade just to trade, and you're just trying to make some kind of money for the day. No specific goals. You got to have specific goals. It's okay to have some general goals for the day. I have specific goals for the day, for the week, for the month, for the year. If I don't reach it, if I come close to it, that's okay. I don't need to try and kill myself and say, I need to make 10,000 today. If I don't get 10,000, I'm going to try and double it the next day. That's ridiculous. Sometimes you have to be realistic. You have to be realistic in trading. Who cares what the other person's making? I see snapshots of people making more money when I'm doing it. That's great. That is totally awesome. I love seeing that. But for you to go ahead and do exactly what they're doing, like if someone was making 10,000 today, why would I try and make 10,000? That's ridiculous. Do not compare yourself to other people. You're gonna learn regardless. Whether you learn the hard way or the easy way, I don't know how you're gonna learn it. But we learn a lot of things from the hard way. I'll tell you that. We experience things when things would impact us a very bad, effective way. You know, you gotta know not to tie your emotions and praying, hoping that you're gonna make it big in Forex or in life in general. If I'm just praying just to get by in school, I'll never get by in school. I got suspended from school 3 times already. I've been on a financial whatever thing on their plan. I failed miserably trying to commit to finishing school. And this year I took it very serious to finish my school program and get my bachelor's. I'm dead serious. You know, for those of you that are in college or that is a college student, you know, I have a lot of respect for you guys because you guys are paying money. You guys are paying money to go to school. Me, I'm not paying any money. I'm not paying a single dime to go to school. The military pays for it. The military pays for my schooling, and I get free tuition. Plus, I get housing allowance for being a veteran. I mean, that brings more value. That brings more value to me to why I should finish school. And so, like I said, I was on academic suspension 3 times, you know, 3 years in a row. And then I finally said, you know what, I want to finish it. You know, I mean, I passed my classes, but they were like C grades, you know. I don't care if you don't care about college, you want to get out of college, you want to drop out of college. You don't need to be in college to be successful. I understand that. But I'm just telling you my experience. If you don't see the value in what you're doing right now, then you got to find something else. Forex is not for everyone. And so I'm majoring in business management right now. And I'll probably pursue my master's because they're going to pay for it anyways. I don't want nobody to be saying, oh, yeah, school's not worth the money. And it's all dependent on what you think. It's all on your perspective. Back to Forex trading. You need to, the second thing, defining your trading style and tactics. The charts, the time frames. There's 3 time frames I follow: the 1 hour, the 4 hour, and the daily. If you're jumping back from different time frames, you're second guessing on time frames. You should already know to project the trend. Friday, today's Friday. at the end of the day, I go to the economic calendar on investing.com, my FX book, FX Street, no, not FX Street, Forex Factory, and I look at the economic calendar from Sunday to Friday for next week. You should already know that next Friday is non-farm payroll, so it's a non-farm payroll week. There's a lot of heavy news starting on Monday, a lot. That's something you should be ready to be prepared for. Monday is going to start a huge, I would be surprised if it's going to be a trend reversal on Monday with the amount of economic data releases. So not everyone's going to be able to trade the way I do. I will pour out my heart and soul and knowledge to anyone, you know, and whether you learn something from me or you don't, I mean, I hope you learn something from all these live streams and all these videos and the chat groups, and if you've done a 30-minute session with me, it's been more than a 30-minute session. I'll tell you that right now. For those that have done it, it's been more than 30 minutes. I get more than 30 minutes of my time. It's usually like an hour. And so I don't have to do this. I am choosing to do this. And I want you guys, you know, don't take this for granted. I mean, I don't know if anyone is even doing what I'm doing. You know, live streaming, doing this, doing that, chatting with 2 groups, doing this, trying to start a nonprofit. It's a bunch of stuff I'm doing. I have a bigger goal and a bigger purpose and a bigger vision for what I'm doing right now for next year. Some of you need to define what you want to do basically, some of you need to define what you want to do for the rest of your life. I highly doubt it's Forex. You know, number 3, let's talk about this. Number 3 is probably by far the most important thing. The number 1 thing would be your discipline, but the number 3 here is determining your financial goals and your budget. I can't stress this enough. I don't want people to just pull their rent money out or use all their paycheck when they got bills to pay for. I mean, I hope that's not what you guys are doing. I hope that you guys are actually, you know, taking the time to reevaluate your financial goals. For real, I'm for real on this. And had I not reevaluated the amount I lost back then and the amount that I lost from now to back then, if I had not reevaluated and reassessed myself, I still be trying to flip an account. Don't matter how much I put, I would just be trying to flip it. And it shouldn't be that hard to define how much you can spend, you know, to put into trading. It shouldn't be that hard. Some people just spend their whole paycheck on useless things. I mean, you really need to figure out what your financial goals are. I'm talking about every single day. Now I'm not talking about once a year. You should have, like I said, you should have a daily goal, how much you want to make. You should have a weekly goal, a monthly goal, and a yearly goal. And you should start projecting how much you can make and how much you're going to lose. Most people just want to project how much they want to win, but then they don't realize how much times they lost, so they don't calculate the losses. I always calculate my losses. And you really have to be, it's okay to dream big and have that, you know, optimism, be very optimistic, but at the end of the day, you still have to be realistic with yourself. And you have to understand that if this is the way I'm trading, then I need to cut back the way I trade if I'm really that aggressive. Yeah, that was the, let's see here. Let's talk about number 4 here. Advancing yourself into more strategic moves in Forex, and there's a lot of advanced knowledge in Forex. I'm not gonna lie about that. Until this day, I don't even look at Fibonacci. I don't look at all this other stuff. To be honest, I'm not too technical of a trader. Okay, I look at price. I look at the highest price of the day, lowest price of the day. What was the highest price of last week? What was the lowest price of the week? Last week? What can I project for this weekly trend for the upcoming week here? Basic stuff. That's how I project. That's how I want to simplify on projection. You don't want to just keep looking at numbers, and then next thing you know, you don't know which price you want to determine at. Time frames should be your time to take a look and say, if I'm going to be on this 1 hour time frame, then I'm going to take profit when it hits this price. If you're going to follow the trend, then you follow the trend. We already know that it's either an uptrend or a downtrend, and it just doesn't stay in the middle and zones in the middle here. You should understand the basic principles. Man, what else? I mean, I know it's jumping through a lot of different steps here. Yeah, master. Let's go to step 10. I know I'm jumping from different steps here, but let's go to step 10 here. I talk about this in the beginning. Master one currency pair, find the other pair that inverses. It's not hard. I mean, US dollar rises, everything else falls back. US dollar US dollar drops back, then everything else rises. No, let's talk about Friday. Let's talk about Friday, because obviously this was a very crucial day. I don't know what it is, but Friday, you don't ever want to swing your positions on Friday. I'm saying that right now. I don't ever swing my positions on Friday. Retracements are always there. You already seen this already. You see that GDP was good. Michigan sentiment came down. It was bad, but it was more than just the Michigan sentiment. If you look, right at that time, Trump was talking about picking Powell, and he is a dovish guy, and so it brought that even more down. Which why the pound and euro went up a lot, and the USD and US dollar index went back down. And so that's key indication that you should take a look at the news as well. And I mean, I really hope that what I said. I mean, I don't really want to make this like a really long video, but I really hope what I said, I mean, makes sense. And if it doesn't make sense, we can have a one-on-one conversation and talk about this for, oh, how long? What's the longest I talked to someone? I think it was almost 3 hours, and I had to cut back to like a 30-minute interview. I was talking to this one guy for like 3 hours, and he still wanted to keep asking me questions. I said, you know what, 3 hours is good enough. I said, I answered your questions quite a bit, and I said, to be honest, your questions are just being asked in a different way, but they're still the same questions. And so if you're not understanding something and you're not quite familiar what you're doing, I mean, feel free to message me. I mean, I know that 30 minutes of time isn't long with me, but for those that actually did 30 minutes with me, I actually gave more than 30 minutes of my time talking to them. You know, and like I said, most people don't know what to define themselves when it comes to Forex trading. And like I said, I really hope that you guys really define within yourselves if you really want to do this. And if you really want to do this, then you gotta stay consistent in this, and you gotta be willing to be dedicated, committed. like I said, I'm obsessed. I spend more time here with than anything else. And if you're that obsessed like what I'm doing, I mean, obviously you're gonna take it more serious. And so it's I don't it is a lot of, number one, comes back to your mindset. It comes back to your mental attitude towards the way you look at life. I'm not talking about Forex. I mean, if you look at everything negative, then you're gonna have a negative impact. You look at things positive, then you have a positive impact. You want to be able to, attract, more positive things in life, not more negative things. There's always going to be bad days. I already had a bad day when I first started out LQDFX. Commissions were high, and I ended up losing 400 because the internet service provider went down. Oh well, move on. Learn to take your losses. And so, I mean, I don't know. I mean, like I said, I really don't know how to make it more simplified, to be honest, for you guys. And we like I said, we can talk one-on-one personally if you really want to define what you want to do in Forex. But the main thing is you really need to figure out for yourself. I can't figure that out for you. No one can't figure it out for you. You make your own choices. You have a brain. You make that choice for yourself. And if you really don't, I guarantee you, I'll guarantee I'll never go back to a 9 to 5 job. I'll tell you right now. I want to be my own boss. I'll be that right now. I want to be my own boss. I want to control my time. I want to have that flexibility. I love what I'm doing. I spend all day with my kids. I'm pretty sure some people want to spend all day with their kids and be a stay-at-home dad or a stay-at-home mom. I mean, it sucks. Yeah, my kids drive me nuts, but I mean, I get to be home. How important the value that you see if you actually had a home-based business, or and instead of working for an employer. For those of you that want to be entrepreneurs, not just because someone else is successful in business that you just want to chase the money. So it's more than just, it is much more than just Forex itself. And had I not done any personal development or any self-development for myself a couple years back, I'd never be the person who I am today. And you gotta be willing to, retrain the way you think. Your mindset's got to change if that's the way you think. And you got to be willing to learn from others, and you got to be willing to keep growing personally and developing and reevaluating yourself. And if you don't, then like I said, on Saturdays, I mean, besides reading this book, reading the same thing I read all this book, I read books on leadership. I read books on relationships, and it's very crucial. And so not just Forex books. I'm being honest right now. I mean, you have to understand that your life revolves around the value of other people as well, and in the community. And if you don't understand that, then someone else will tell you that. It ain't gonna be me. And so I don't know. Like I said, at the end of the day, we all pay our own bills. We all make our own judgments, and we all see our own different point of views. And back to Forex here, you have to really define. You really have to define it. And if you don't define within yourself, then it will define you instead. And so you got to see the mistakes right now. You got to understand that I look at it as free motivation. That's what I look at it. When I was bitching and complaining at that internet service provider that what was that? Was that Wednesday night? Wednesday when I was trying to live stream with you guys, and then all of a sudden the internet cut out, and then there was no more live stream. I was bitching and complaining for at least an hour, trying to get things going. Lost 400 as soon as they got up and running. Oh well, you know, I could still keep bitching and complaining about it. I could still yell at them. I could still tell them that this service sucks. I could still be more negative upon that, but that doesn't do anything. And I said, you know what? Okay, fine. My account's back to 140, 139. Let's bring it back. Let's bring it back to where I put it in. You know, I'm halfway there. I'm not trying to kill myself today, trying to make it back to 500. There's no way. I'm not doing that. Not gonna kill myself. There's other things that I have to work on. I like I said, I suck at balancing my life because I spend 80% of my time here, 20% is school, family. I need to reevaluate the time that I put here now. And so I spend way too much time here. Just being flat out honest with you guys. And I would love to spend all day here with you guys and chat with you guys about Forex or anything else, but I can't. You know, I have 2 kids, I have, you know, wife, I'm a full-time college student. So it gets stressful, and I'm not gonna lie, it gets stressful, and I learned to get through it mentally, not physically. It's the mental state of mind. And so it sucks that I have to sacrifice a lot of sleep time, but like I said, I'm willing to do it for anyone. And I mean, if you look at the video description, the 10 steps I talk about, and you're still not sure about what I talked about, we can have a one-on-one discussion, and I know it's going to be more than an hour long. I already know that. You know, the longest discussion I have with one-on-one is almost 3.5 hours. And so I say 30 minutes, but we end up talking for more than 30 minutes anyways. I'm just being honest about that. You know, I'm pretty sure some people will be like, hey, you would have to pay $100 for my time, or $500 for my time, $1,000 for my time, or I don't know how much for their time. But I mean, like I said, don't take this stuff for granted. And like I said, I mean, when my time comes and I am not here anymore, I hope that this video makes a huge impact. And the nonprofit is going to be started. I want to be able to get this up and going. And and yeah, Thursday we'll find out what's going on with my health condition. I know some of you guys are wondering about that. I'm not going to go viral or public about it. I already said that last night. And so feel free to hit me up, message me. I'll try my best to make time. I will be free all day tomorrow. And I think I probably won't be all, I probably might be free all day Sunday too, but it all depends on what the wife and kids are planning on doing. So Saturday I could probably bounce in a lot of one-on-ones if people are I've been having a lot of requests already, so I need to make time for those that have been requesting it. And I don't know what else to say. I mean, like I said, I said enough, and if it's not enough, please get with me. We can have a one-on-one discussion, and so we can define exactly the way. Like I said, the only way I know is if I look at your live trades, I exactly see your history of how you trade, and then we can define exactly what the mistakes are, and then we can determine how can you be more consistent and more profitable and be an effective trader. And obviously I'm just showing my own trade, so obviously it's not helping you guys out as well. So it's not helping you. Here's the thing: if you're copying me on what I do, it's not helping, right? It's not going to help you. It's okay to copy trades. I'm not going to lie about that, but But if you are not learning for yourself, I don't know what you're learning then. I really don't know. Copying is okay, you know, but can't copy forever, you know. So so I mean, other than that, I hope that what I said makes sense. If it doesn't, then feel free to send me a private message. We can get together and have a one-on-one discussion and make sure that we can get something to figure out for you. Not for me, but for you. Like mostly, but the important thing is you. And so, all right, I wish you guys best of luck and a great weekend. And I will make the announcement for the Bitcoin giveaway for tomorrow for the 5 winners. So, I wish you guys the best of luck. If you guys are still trading, I don't really foresee any more of trading for the rest of the day, but if that's the way you trade, and that's how you're gonna do it. So just know just know that you should already know, your own way of trading. So other than that, I'm gonna head out. And I appreciate you guys watching all this stuff. And like I said, yeah, message me. We can get together on a one-on-one. Make it easier for you.